Hello everyone, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you're doing great. So today's recipe is all about yam porridge. If you want to know how I made this recipe, how I came about this yummy you are seeing here, please stay tuned and let's get on with it. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to be taking you guys through the ingredients for this recipe. So first of all, here is my yam, washed, clean and soaked inside the water to prevent discoloration. And these are the peppers and the onions I will be using. I have 1 medium-sized onions there. I have 2 habanero peppers, 1 sweet pepper and 1 normal fresh pepper. And I will be using this tin tomato for more coloring and all of that. And I have 1 seasoning cube here and some salt to taste. So I forgot to show you my crayfish here, but I will be showing you that later on. And this is my fish that I will be using also, and here is the green veggies that I will be using also. So while that is done, the next step is for me to try and chop all these my peppers into smaller pieces and getting them ready for blending. So I'm just going to chop all of them into these smaller pieces. This is for easier blending. Yeah, this is for easier blending. So I'm just going to keep on chopping them and I will be blending them off camera later on. After I added in the onions, I sauteed it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and now it is time for me to introduce the tin tomatoes. And I'm going to give this a stir and allow it for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I will introduce the grinded peppers that I blended. Yeah, the blended peppers. And I'm just going to introduce them in, give it a stir and allow it to fry properly. Now here is a secret. If you want your yam porridge to be that yummy, that deliciously made, you have to allow your peppers or tomatoes to fry properly. Yeah, that is one secret to it. It's more or less like you are making a stew, and you know how it is. If your stew is not properly fried, it can be soured in the mouth. So, and that is the same system we are using in here. We are going to give this a stir, cover it up and allow it to fry. So this is about 20 minutes later, and you can see that it hasn't really, for me, it hasn't really fried properly. So I'm going to give it a stir and cover it again for an extra 5 minutes. So after that, you can see that our stew is properly fried. Now I'm satisfied with the way it is looking, so I'm just going to give this a stir one more time. And now it is time for me to introduce my crayfish. So I'm going to be using half of it, and the other half I'll be adding it at the ending part. This is another tricky part of it again to get that yummy yam porridge that you would love. And I'm going to add in some salt to taste, my seasoning cubes, and I will be adding water for the cooking of the yam. So feel free to add the quantity of water that you feel like will be enough for you to prepare your yam, depending on the amount of yam you are cooking and you are preparing. So I'm just going to give this a stir to make sure that all my ingredients are mixed properly, and then I'll begin to introduce the yam into it immediately. We are not going to wait for the water to boil because, hey, we are not making a jollof rice here. Neither are we making a fried rice. No, we are making yam. So you don't have to wait for the water to boil before you add in your yam. Just feel free to begin to add in your yam immediately. So I'm just going to add all of them in there. Give this a good stir. Cover it up and allow the yam to cook. And while our yam is cooking, I'm going to start slicing up the veggies that I'll be using for this. So this is the vegetable that I'll be using for it, and I'm just going to slice it the way I usually love to slice my veggies, and I'm going to set it aside until it is ready and it's time for me to introduce it into the pot. So in case you are wondering the vegetable that I am using, I am not using spinach, no, because I really do not like spinach because of the taste. It's not like I don't use it, I do, but not in all my dish, okay? Because of the taste, and you know that spinach is so watering, so I really don't use it much like that. I am using turnip top, which is broccoli leaf. So in Italian it is called cima di rapa. So that's what I'm using here, and I'm just going to do this and set it aside. So here it is, I'm fully done with slicing. And after about 20 minutes later, here is our yam still cooking. You can see the juice is beginning to get thickened. So another tricky part of this part is that just try as little and gentle as you can to pieces the yam, so that you can get enough porridge and thick porridge out of it. That's another tricky part of it. So while that is done, I'm introducing now the fish, my grilled fish, my oven grilled fish. So I'm just introducing it in there, and I'm going to give this a stir, and I will cover it up and allow the fish to, you know, suck all the succulent juice and everything out of it. So, and here it is, you can see our food is almost there. So now, like I said before, just try gently as you can to just pieces your yam, depending on how you love your yam to be anyway, okay? I really do not love all of them to be pieces, no. I just want some parts, yeah, and some parts, no. So this is how I love mine. And you can see that I've already added the crayfish, the remaining parts of the crayfish. So I've added it in there for more juicy and good taste. Now it is time for me to introduce the green veggies. So here it is, I've added it in there, and believe you me, voila, the food is ready. Once I have introduced my veggies, my food is ready. So as at this point, I have turned off my heat because my food is ready. Just look at that, so juicy and so yummy. So at this point, I would love to say, if you have watched me this far, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And if you have not subscribed, please kindly do so. Subscription is free. That is how you come to support the channel. And please turn on my notification bell so that you get to watch my video anytime I upload a new video. And to you all that always come back to watch my video, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you for watching, for sharing, for commenting. Thank you. God bless you. See you guys in my next video. Bye.